shift in public opinion as a symptom of public disinterest. Republican Congressman Lee Zeldin slamming the piece, tweeting, "Journalists apparently need to do a better job of being Democratic hack surrogates, according to this gross take." And our own Brit Hume tweeting, "Because, you see, journalists are not simply to report the news without fear or favor. Their mission instead is to convince the public that the president should be impeached and removed. Good Lord." Power Panel is here. Larry Elder, he is a national syndicated talk show host with Salem Radio, and Ethan Behrman is liberal radio host and co-chair of Hometown Value PAC. Ethan, what did you think of this article?
You know, I will agree that I think that there is a place to be a little upset about it. Objective journalists are supposed to be just that, objective, presenting the information in as fair a way as possible. However, we are in the internet age where we have Macedonian troll farms pumping out fake news to the benefit of Vladimir Putin right now. So how do we get facts and information out when millions of American eyes are being flooded with false information? Walter Cronkite was against the Vietnam War. He helped turn that tide. So one of the greatest minds of the 20th century for journalism was not perfectly objective either.
Yeah. Larry, you know, what's interesting to me is that, you know, when the left expresses an opinion like this or steps over the line, I guess, it's always because they're correct. You know, so it's like the facts aren't getting out there. The fact is that he needs to be impeached. Right. So you have to do it in a more persuasive way if the facts aren't getting through. Not realizing when you're making that argument, maybe those aren't the facts, and that's why it's not getting through.
Well, the good news about the Washington Post piece is at least they're being honest. Now we know their agenda, and they're not hiding it anymore. They are PR for the Democratic Party. Look, the Washington Post has not editorialized in favor of a Republican president since in their history. Never. The New York Times has not endorsed a Republican president since 1956. According to the Pew Research, only 7% of reporters describe themselves as Republicans. There's no question that there's a great deal of hatred against Donald Trump, a great deal of pulling for the Democratic Party. In October 1992, Melissa, Investors Business Daily looked at the front pages of newspapers at their business stories, and 90% of the economic news, October 1992, when George Herbert Walker Bush was running for re-election, was negative. The next month, Bill Clinton gets elected. All of a sudden, only 14% of the very same newspapers' headlines are negative about economic news. Now, what happened between October 1992 and November 1992? Answer, Bill Clinton got elected, but the data on the economy was the same. We were in a year and a half of positive economic growth. The majority of people, though, thought we were in a recession. The last economic quarter of George Herbert Walker Bush's growth,
we have some breaking news right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. Let's listen.
It's clear that the